USB mics don't offer a lot of control, so if you're looking to adjust the compression or EQ or, maybe an effect or two, you're going to want an XLR mic. Should I get a custom overlay? Not first, that takes time and money. Get yourself a camera, a mic, lights, and then an overlay. Where's the best place to mount my webcam to my screen? I don't like the top-mounted webcam look where everybody's looking at your forehead. If you can pick up a cheap webcam clamp from Amazon, clamp it to the side of your monitor. People are always just going to feel more comfortable if they're on the same eye level as you. How can I improve filling the silence in my stream? Talk to the chat as much as possible. Play with friends that you're talking to a lot. Add music in the background quietly, but enough to fill the silence. Should I use a green screen? That kind of depends on where you're streaming. If you're streaming from a closet or want to use some really cool green screen effects, use a green screen. Just don't use a green screen because it's easier. At what point is it a good choice to ban someone from the chat? Sacrificing some of the audio for your VOD to make your live stream more entertaining? Absolutely worth it. How do I set up a custom transition? In OBS to the right of your mixer, you'll see a scene transitions area. Hit the plus button, add a new stinger transition, set your transaction point to be a place where the entire screen is taken up by your transition, and it also recommends setting your audio fade style to crossfade. That way your voice doesn't fade in and out while you're doing transitions. How do I use your Charmander sub alert for a follow alert instead? Download the original WebM and MP3 file from the Discord, upload it to a new follow alert in Muxy, go to the edit page of my Charmander sub, copy the HTML and the CSS, paste them into your follow alert. Make any minor adjustments in the HTML of what the words actually display and you should be good. Games to avoid when you're a brand new streamer. I'd recommend not streaming the biggest game because there'll be 1,000 people down on the list and no one will find you. I'd also recommend not streaming the obscure games that nobody watches. Find the middle ground games with good fan bases. They'll find you. How can I set up multiple alerts for a single event like a follow or a sub? This is the kind of thing I'd recommend Muxy for. Their multiple alert package setup is really clean and simple for this kind of thing. All you have to do is create multiple alert packages with the same alert type in each one. I have a Onepiece setup. Should I encode with X264 or NVENC? I'd open up Task Manager, hit more details and performance. If your CPU has more headroom available, encode with X264. If your GPU has more headroom available, stream in NVENC. But really, you're not going to know unless you try them both. There are feeds. You right-click on your camera source, go to Filters, hit the top plus button, click on Video Delay, and start changing the milliseconds until they're in sync. What if my audio is ahead of my video? Then you need to delay your microphone. Click on the little gear next to your mic source in the mixer, go to Advanced Audio Properties. Underneath Sync Offset, start adding and subtracting milliseconds until they're in sync. What do you recommend for a camera upgrade? Get a light, not a new camera. A $50 camera with a $50 light is going to look 100 times better than a $1,000 camera with no light. Get a light. Should I have a mouse and keyboard camera? Sure, if you have an extra camera. Just make sure it's not distracting. The design of the mouse and keyboard camera has to complement the current design. Make sure you keep your mouse and keyboard camera smaller than your face camera. They're not in your stream to look at your hands, they're there to look. What's the first piece of equipment I should...
Go. Time to show them the terror of Iron Club Alvita, Lady Pirate of the Seas! Connie! What are you doing?
I'm not real good at this stuff.
You're telling me. Maybe it's because you're too busy back-talking me all the time.
Oh no! Not the club! Anything but the club, please!
Then get your ass in gear! Move it, you brat!
We're not gonna take your lives, we swear. But we will take everything else you got on you.
And anyone who fights back will be eating their dinner off the bottom of the ocean.